It's time for shocking answers.
Well, this is new.
Answer the questions, Patty.
Janet, what are you doing?
Answer the questions, Patty.
If you think for 1 second I'm gonna take orders from a fucking robot chip, you are mistaken.
I don't want to have to get nasty.
What are you gonna do? God damn, you are aggressive. Fine. For the sake of peace. For right now. Go ahead.
If you could live in any two-dimensional painting, photograph, comic strip, what would it be?
I would live in my favorite painting. This one. Starry Night Over the Rhone by Van Gogh. Van Gogh. Look at that, Van Gogh. I don't give a fuck how you say his name. Just remember his art and remember the man. The names don't matter. That is my favorite painting in the entire world, and when I see it, all I feel is just a warmth and a desire to be in that exact spot. I can hear like the waves hitting against the shore, the gentle like rippling of the river. And I love the older couple at the end. It's just magnificent to me. However, everybody takes something different from art. Like when I used that as my profile picture a while back, Dawn mentioned that picture always made her feel lonely. So it's interesting how, complete opposite on that. To me, it's inviting and it's where I want to be. To her, it makes her feel sad and lonely. So, neat. So if I do go to live there, Dawn, I will come back because I don't want you to be stuck in a lonely painting if you come to visit me. Or maybe we'd be the old people. That'd be fun.
Have you ever woven a basket? If so, what did you put in it?
Yes. My grandmother, after she retired the first time, because she just can't stay retired, she needs to stay busy, and so she took up a lot of different hobbies. Right now she's a painter, and she's won a couple awards. She's actually quite good at it. But she started with basket weaving, and she was hell-bent on me learning how to do this shit. So I learned, and I made half a basket, and I never came back to it because I wanted nothing to do with it. And it was filled with despair and boredom, malaise, and incredible apathy. Yeah, it's a big basket.
Do you still wish on falling stars?
No. I want to. And as a kid, I always did. Absolutely always did, but these days I don't. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
What are your thoughts on kiwis?
I don't know. I've never tasted a New Zealander. But the fruits, they're assholes. Key your car, take out loans in your name, forge your signature, ruin your credit score. The fruits are assholes, and the birds are in it with them. It's ridiculous.
If you could be transformed into a being of light, scent, or sound, what would it be?
You know what? Fucking Novabug. Every one of these, he steals an answer of mine. I wanted to be blue neon light, but no, you son of a bitch, you steal my answer fucking again. First it was cute, now it's this shit. What are you gonna steal next time, Bug? Swear to shit. I think on one level, I might want to be a scent. Something that because, it scents last in our memory longer, yet aren't clear and defined. In a way, it'd be kind of cool if I were a scent, but in another way, I'd probably smell bad if it were based on my personality. It would probably be a weird, sour, bitter smell, so I guess I'm gonna go with light. I would want to be, this is the dorkiest sounding thing ever, I would want to be starlight. And by that I mean what we see when we look at the stars, which is sad because really we're looking at ghosts of stars. It's just taken the light that much longer to get to us. By the time we see it, the stars are long since dead. So I guess I want to be a ghost. I have issues.
What is your favorite scent?
My favorite scent. Sexy man might be up there. I don't know. I really enjoy the smell of white sage. I also really love the smell of lavender, although I think most people do. I don't really know. It's funny, isn't it? Because, you know, your sense of scent, your olfactory, is what makes a memory the strongest, and a smell can take you immediately back to a memory, whereas a visualization or sound, it's a slightly longer road. Yet, remembering what your favorite is, for me anyway, is difficult. It's such a strong and powerful thing, technical term, and yet not powerful enough apparently.
If you were a dictator, what are 3 laws you would put into office?
I should absolutely, under no fucking circumstances, ever be in charge of anybody for any reason, so I think the first thing I would do is step down. Although then if I step down, somebody who's worse than me might come into power, because obviously this is a dictatorship, so you can just walk right in and walk right out. Shit. Pressure. I can't handle this. Alright, one rule I might make: naps. Naps are mandatory. You don't have to take them, but they have to be offered. And there will be compensations. If you choose to work through nap time, fine. You get an extra like $2 per hour, and you get like the allotted time is 2 hours, so you made an extra however much you're making. What?
If soulmates are real and we are each born with matching soulmate marks, would that be cool or would that suck?
The soulmate mark. Everybody had really good answers to this. And it is one to contemplate. Say this is... On one level it kinda is my soulmate thing, because if you figure out that this is Stargate without me having to say a fucking word, we are instantly buddies and you are officially being rescued by me if the apocalypse comes and I happen to somehow be in a position to save people. You're on the boat, yo. But let's just say for argument's sake, since I'm a visual person, this is my soulmate mark. I'm born with it, it's there, and so now I have to spend the rest of my life trying to find the person who has this. I think that would suck a lot. I mean, on one level there's the guarantee that there is someone out there who you're supposed to be with, but do you just not date anybody else? Do you spend your entire life just trying to find this? And while you're doing that, maybe you're not evolving enough as a person. You're not experiencing things. If I just go off of this and I'm just searching for the other person who has this, which is not true, please. If you have this tattoo, please. We can be friends. Friends first. But, okay, so I've got the mark, I spend the rest of my life trying to find somebody, and I'm not dating anybody else, and nobody else is trying to date me. I'm starting my life. Nobody's dating anybody else because we're trying to find other people. We're not getting that practice on a social level of how to date, of how to be part of a couple. So maybe once we find our soulmate, we're still not emotionally mature enough to be able to handle a real responsibility, and if we're supposed to be together and we don't actually like being together, how's that gonna work? Plus, there are billions, plural, of people in the world, and I mean, to just decide, I don't know. I don't know that there is one right person per person. I think compatibility rates just differentiate. And, you know, there are multiple people in the world who might be good for you. There are multiple people in the world who might suck. And above and beyond the fact that maybe you're not getting the practice because you just went straight to the finish line. And what a couple of people brought up, what if that person doesn't make it? What if you spent your entire life hunting for them and you find out that they died when they were 13 and you're 72? Now what? You could have been with other people. But would you have been? Because everybody's born with this. It would be an interesting clusterfuck of a social dynamic, I think. I think it would be bad. I'm sure there are some people who would do it well. I'm sure there are some people for whom they wouldn't care. They wouldn't even think about it. They're just that complacent in life, and they're totally happy with being handed something. But for the most part, I think the rest of us would rather just hunt. It's that primal instinct, hunting for a mate. I don't fucking know. I think it would be ugly. But I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a leading expert on really anything. So, my opinion is worth it.
Name one random ass accomplishment.
Okay, so when I asked for the random ass accomplishments, almost all of you had really awesome answers, like, finishing university, bringing life into this world, getting jobs, getting life going, big, important deals. And my answer, the one that made me think of this question, was that I once opened a can of artichoke hearts with a hammer. So...
Tell us your favorite joke.
If I can get through this without laughing, that'll be impressive. This is my current favorite joke, of which there are a billion, but this is the current favorite. So a guy walks into a psychiatrist's office and he says, "Doc, you gotta help me. I can't stop singing the green, green grass of home. It's in my head, it's in my sleep, it's while I'm eating, it's while I'm taking a shit, it's while I'm in the bank line. I need help. I can't get it out. It's ruining my life." And the psychiatrist is terribly disinterested and he goes, "Oh, well, it sounds as though you have Tom Jones syndrome." And the guy goes, "Well, Tom Jones syndrome? I never heard of that. Is it common?" And the doctor says, "Well, it's not unusual to be loved by anyone." I love that joke. I love Tom Jones. And if you don't, I don't care. But anyone, okay, contest time. The first person, and I will be checking times, motherfuckers. Don't even think you can cheat. The first person who can accurately guess my favorite Tom Jones song in the comments section, only comments please, I will send you something in the mail. It may not be something you want to receive. P.S. There is a very real risk here. But I will send you something. Is it worth it? And if you're going to leave a comment, please explain why you think it's my favorite. Just because I'm curious. But yeah. Love Tom Jones.
Time to wrap this up.
Okay, now a couple of you may or may not have noticed, I know Nick T. Wolf noticed, that I omitted the You Ask a Questions portion. And there's a reason behind that. The idea behind the You Ask a Question, I love hearing your guys' questions. I fucking love them. That's the motivation behind me doing these, to be perfectly honest. But I omitted it this time because I feel as though when I go to do the answers, it's supposed to serve as a shout out to you guys, number one, to each person who bothered to make a video. But number two, you guys ask really great questions, and I feel as though in order to condense the video into under 20 minutes, I don't take as much time to think about my answers, and I don't expand upon them as much. And I feel as though that's not really, I don't really feel like that's fair. And I feel as though because there are frequently between 10 and 13 questions that I'm answering, the shout out aspect of it kind of gets lost. I feel like some people just get lost in the fray and they don't get the attention that I want them to get. So I've decided for now, this may change, tell me what you think. Whether or not I listen to what you say, we'll see. For now, I think what I'd like to do is, at this point, I think we've established you can ask me anything you want. Whether or not you're gonna get a good answer is debatable, but if it's 3 o'clock in the morning and you are in a questionable state of sobriety and you absolutely positively have to know what I think about sentient pineapples and their presence in the war, you just go ahead and fucking ask me. If it's something I feel as though I can expand upon, I'll make a video out of it and your name will be on the title and it'll be an actual shout out. It'll work the way it's supposed to. And I'll have more time available to think about it. and talk about it. Because, you know, the world is so much better when I'm doing this. No, it's not. But yeah, so that's kind of the idea for right now. If you guys don't care about the fact that I usually just ramble through things, if that part is more fun, I don't know why you would want to. Whatever your reasons, if you'd like to go back to the old way, tell me, I'll think about it. But for right now, I kind of want to do it this way. So yeah, anytime you guys have random questions, or not random questions, throw them at my head. It's, you know, it's fine. I may, if I don't have an opinion on it, or if it's something that's too personal or too weird, I'll give you a private answer maybe, and that answer might be fuck off. But yeah, if you guys want to know something, consider it always on the table. Your questions, throw them. If you don't care, if you don't have any, don't. I don't know. This is an experiment. We'll see what happens. But anyway, thank you to everyone who made a video response. Thank you for your patience. It's been 2 months since the questions video came up. Been busy. I told you I'd be busy. Blah, 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 blah. Excuse. I'm here. I'm gonna be gone. I'm here. I'm gonna be gone. That's our life. This is us. You just gotta admit it. Okay? I hope you're all well. And yeah. That's all I've got. Bye. Love you all. Go away.
I love you too.